We've
opinion
all
about
had
it.
jobs where we had stuff
I
to say,
mean,
but we never said it out loud because we knew it was just like, I don't need to say this out loud. You say it to a
yeah,
trusted
yeah,
coworker, your work bestie, y'all talk about it, but you never say it out loud because you know you're gonna
not in
get
an interview. Not when you
gone the
have
next
something to
day.
lose. Yeah, come on now. Work up the right words to like breach
It's like trying to work with the
conversation
right
with
words,
a
trying to
girl.
like seeing if you're reading the situation right. Like, oh, she's just
It's
here, just out of the blue, or did she come here intentionally? Like,
I mean, you're like overthinking everything. You can hear all the things that he's trying to think. It's like, okay, I need the perfect words. I'm trying to, like
and
that, but
but then there's like I said, all the old school sites that we used to use back in the day before
just go back
Crunchyroll came.
to
Yeah,
bring back, yeah, go to Pirates Bay and
Pirates
I don't
Bay.
even know what they are
Cut
anymore.
one head off, and it comes back with five.
Yeah, you can't stop us. You can't stop
Stop
us.
it. I'm glad you mentioned Two Piece and watching this as a uh, as a prequel to get you into it
Uh-huh,
because
uh-huh, uh-huh.
I got an idea for you
Okay,
on the
give it
next
to
shirt.
me.
Let me see. I don't know if you
Okay.
can see this. Can you see this?
I'm looking at it. Two piece. That being said, one of these, I'm not going to tell you which one of these, but one of these animes is pretty skimpy on the note, so get ready to
Well, that's
help a
probably gonna be the
brother.
first one we're doing because we're gonna go back in time on this first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Wait.
Mm,
You gonna tell me which one we're doing first?
Daily lives of high school boys.
Okay, cool.
All right, all right, here we go. In three, two, and one. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Pod. It's me, Joe Angel, with my co-host Sal, and we are here with some more broness anime, y'all.
It's March Madness, bro. I think March Madness is the
March
best
Madness is
one.
his best one. Yeah,
I think
it
so.
is.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's fitting. It's
About
March
the dudes, it's
Madness.
dudes being dudes, man being men,
Dude,
guys being
yeah,
guys.
dudes being bros,
Yeah, it's like I,
guys.
don't- yeah, I think I've sent you a couple of Instagram reels from her page because I always get them now on across my algorithm. It's like a page and it's like the caption is all like girls. It's like girls asking guys why they watch this stuff, and guys, and it's like for the guy side, dudes being dudes watching dude being dudes and going yes,
Yeah, or seeing something like,
yeah,
I think we said these same ones where we just see something like dumb. Somebody grabs a
yeah,
big piece of ice, like a biggest block
yeah,
of ice, and we
yeah.
just throw it
Throw it
up in
out
the air
again.
and watch it and see it shatter into him, and you're just
Yeah.
like, what are you?
Yes.
Where a girl would be like, what are you watching this for?
Why are
I'm
you
like,
watching this? You
I'm a simple human being.
you
Okay, I'm
don't
a simple
you don't get
man.
it.
You don't understand crushing things. Like that's what
We go into the first Joker ending where he's talking to the therapist at the end, and she asks him why you laughing, and he's like, "You wouldn't understand." That's it. That's the whole guy experience right there.
you wouldn't understand. You
You
wouldn't
would
understand.
understand.
And like there's something to it. Like we are simple enough to be entertained by it, and that's on you if you're not ready to be entertained by
You're not
simple
ready. Yeah,
nothings.
the
You
simpleness of
know?
life can be so entertaining, man.
Oh, okay. Speaking of entertainment, Animemi. This is Animemi
Yeah.
podcast. Animemi is a podcast where we teach you how to love and watch anime one and the first episode at a time.
One and the first at a time, y'all. And that's what we do here on Anime Meatballs on Mondays, y'all, because that's when we drop our new episodes. And this episode, like today,
Monday, one day, baby.
Monday, one day, y'all. And real quick, before we get into that, we got some anime news. I don't know if everybody's been keeping up with any anime news, but we got some coming out. And I know there's one big one that's kind of been in the background for the state of Texas, which is
Oh wait,
a
wait. I think.
yeah.
Oh, okay, go
You
ahead.
think you know
No,
get
go
that
ahead. Go
one?
ahead. No, no, no.
Texas, I think it's SB 20, which is a
Uh-huh.
bill that's kind of got passed by the Senate, and its main thing was to get rid of all the basically what we've been talking about, all the issues we've been talking about, all the fan service stuff, especially with some of the uh, drawings and likeness of some characters and stuff. That's basically what this kind of I think bill is going towards.
So
But the way
this
it's
is real because
worded
I
is
saw it.
yeah, it's real. It got
Okay.
passed by the Senate. It's going. It's got to go up to I think the next step, which is Supreme Court. But I think the way it's worded is like too obscure. So everybody's watch like a lot of people who are in the anime are paying attention to it because the wording of it makes it like leaves it up to interpretation. So it could be like, yeah, the main thing we want to get rid of, yeah, let's get rid of that, get all that stuff out of there. But then there's the other stuff that could be like affected, like Bleach. I think Bleach was up there. Persona 5 game was up there. There's like a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
anime that people like could be affected by it if it does get passed by the Supreme Court because the way
Mm-hmm.
it's worded almost leaves it up to the interpretation of who's, like, I guess the judges or whatever.
Yeah, I don't understand how. I mean, I guess maybe they could like if this gets passed in Texas, it's only going to take place in Texas, not like
Yeah, it'll be
across
illegal
the
in
nation.
Texas. Yeah.
So I'm guessing like my Crunchyroll. I mean, but people get
Yeah.
what like you could change your VPN, which I never
Yeah,
don't I
like
don't
there's the
know how to do
VPN,
that, but
but then there's like I said, all the old school sites that we used to use back in the day before
just go back
Crunchyroll came.
to
Yeah,
bring back yeah, go to Pirates Bay and
Pirates
I don't
Bay,
even know what they are
cut
anymore.
one head off, and it comes back with five.
Yeah, you can't stop us. You can't
Can't
stop
stop
us.
it.
I did see that though, and I was kind of
Yeah,
like, I was wondering because how do you, where do you draw the line, or what is
yeah.
the
I think
weird thing that kind of
yeah,
like,
I think that that was
because
the
you
main
have like
concern.
characters that are
Yeah,
like, oh, she's drawn like she's younger, but she's actually a
yeah,
thousand years old,
yeah. Or
and
she's
you go,
like a 20-year old but still looks young, because a lot of people are talking about because there's like real life people that are like that have like just their genetics make them seem like they're younger than they
that they're,
actually are.
yeah, yeah.
And so
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
We've
yeah,
had this conversation before. We've
yeah,
had the conversation like, well, is this
yeah,
weird? And here we go. I mean, I
yeah,
guess people are actually having this actual debate, so
yeah. So that's gonna be one of those things where I know a lot of anime fans are gonna be watching because of like how obscure the wording is, I guess, in the bill.
it's wild too, because it's like I was talking to somebody else about this, how like anime is becoming more mainstream
Yeah,
in the States, like it's always kind of been here, but
yeah,
now it's like reaching, like celebrities and, athletes, star athletes and stuff like that are
yeah,
watching anime, and it's becoming part of our culture.
yeah,
And people, I don't know, it's a different culture there. Like they don't see what
yeah,
we see, where we're, I think we've had this conversation, like
yeah.
we
We've
just
had
see
it
things
before.
differently. It's just perceived differently. And so like it doesn't translate one to one from
Yeah,
Japan to America. So
yeah. And I think
I
I
don't
read
know,
when I
man.
went and looked at it. I a lot of the preface and stuff was because of the invention of AI and people being able to go and to do like deep fakes and stuff like that. Um, I think
Hmm,
that's one
hmm.
of the main things about the bill. But like I said, the wording of it, uh, and like the interpretation that it could leave open is like what people are like trying to figure out what's gonna happen to anime.
How are they going to do that, by the way? Are there going to be a bunch of like people like,
I don't-
a guy in a suit
you're,
watching
you're
anime and
you're gonna
going,
have your guy
no?
right next to you. Like whoever has
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, they're gonna send a guy to your house to make sure. Hey, that one, yeah, they're gonna look at
Yeah.
Crunchyroll's rating. No, not that one. Not that one. Not
He's
that
gonna
one.
be some guy,
Yeah.
Agent Smith in his shades, just
Yeah.
watching and going, how old is that? How old is she? Like,
Yeah.
wait a second.
What do you-
Is that are they brother and sister? What's going on here?
yeah.
Like I don't know how they're gonna like determine that because I mean, gosh,
Yeah.
there's so much anime on
Yeah.
Crunchyroll. How are you
Yeah.
gonna? It doesn't put it in the title. You're not gonna know by the
No.
title that there's
Yes.
some like inner. inappropriateness or
Yeah,
what could be perceived as inappropriateness. I don't know. That's a weird one. Like, I
yeah,
don't know how they're gonna,
yeah. Like I said, it's gonna
I
be one on
guess
ones. That's gonna depend on. It could like have a drastic change in the anime culture as far as Texas is concerned.
that's crazy, dude. That is
Yeah,
wild.
so crazy, so wild, but not as crazy and wild as this anime we're gonna watch today.
Tell him. Should we tell him the name or should we play the name game with Joe Angel?
How about we play the name game and then we'll give him the name.
All right, Joe-san, I got a
Yes,
simple one for you. It's very
it's
easy. Don't talk
very
yourself out of
easy.
it. We're playing the name game. Now, here's how it goes.
Yeah,
It's really easy. I have two names, two anime names,
two,
anime titles. I have two anime titles. One of them is real, the other one is fake, and you have to tell me which one is the real. No, tell me which one is the fake
yes,
anime.
yeah,
Okay?
the
Which
fake
one is the
anime.
fake one? All right. The first one is
All right,
K, the letter K. Okay? Now, the
okay,
second one
okay.
is Q, the letter Q. So, what the first title is K, the second
Hey,
title is
okay.
Q. One of them is real. Which one is the real one? Which one is the fake one? You can tell me both. Which one's the real one? Which one's the fake one? Now, you can talk it out loud for me. K,
All
Q.
right. K. So I know we've had K on. So I know there's an anime that has three letters
Mm-hmm.
in it technically.
Uh-huh.
Q have and there's not really that many Q ones that are around just because there's like hardly
Mm-hmm.
any Q words. But let's see.
Hey, okay,
I
so
am
in
gonna
full disclosure,
go
you don't know, you haven't seen any titles that are, I mean, this
just
is a
single.
single letter,
I've seen
a single
single
letter
like
anime.
letters, single number stuff. But I'm gonna say K is the anime. Q's.
Okay, you are correct, sir. You did a good job. You did a good
Yeah.
job. That whole K-on thing, because
Yeah.
I don't think Q, like K-on, K,
Yeah.
I
K
think kind of,
dash on.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, it may be, yeah, cute, not the real
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah, not the real one.
solid.
I
Now,
was, when I
now,
heard
now that
Q,
we
I don't
have
know why. I just thought about was that old game
Double
on
O
the
Seven.
Game Boy Cubert? And the little thing where you had to jump on the
Yeah.
blocks.
Dude,
I
great
don't know why
game.
that thought.
Great game.
Great
Because you
game, great
old.
game for back.
Because you know,
Yeah,
man.
because we old, and it was
Because
back in the
we
day. And
old.
speaking of back in the day, that's what this anime is about, guys. We're taking it back to our lives before we were adults, before we had jobs, before we had bills. Because we're guys, because it's March Madness, we are going to watch the daily lives of high school boys.
The daily lives of high school boys. And I have a synopsis for us to start, which I have not read. So be prepared to fill me in on
Haven't
how to
prepared.
say these names. Okay. So I'm going to get to a name and then I'll go. Joe Angel, help me out here. All right. The daily lives of high school boys. Join Tadakuni. Not
Uh-huh.
bad.
Tadakuni, yeah.
Hiranori,
Hidenori, uh-huh.
and Yoshitaki.
Yoshitake.
Okay. Oh, close. I was close. Okay.
Because
As they as they undergo the trials and tribulations of the life in high school, each episode presents the boys and their classmates in unique situations that you may or may not have faced in high school yourself. You'll laugh, you'll cry, but hopefully laugh more. You'll be astounded by the zany antics of the Sanada High School community. By the way, after every sentence on this synopsis is an exclamation point. I didn't read the exclamation point. It's an exclamation point on every sentence. I mean,
every
I
single
don't.
sentence.
So some of these sentences don't need it. Okay, so this I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that
Yeah.
my notes are very light, and that's because I watched this in the morning, and I couldn't hardly read the subtitles. I could ish, but I
Yeah.
was so I was having to like focus really hard on the subtitles
Yeah.
that I'm like, and I went back to taking notes on my phone. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just I
Type
think I
it.
could type them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're little. I can keep them more organized in my phone,
Yeah.
like my notes, as
Yeah.
opposed to writing it down on paper, and then I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about the pencil and all that kind of stuff. But that being
Yeah.
said, I had very few notes.
You know,
So be prepared, okay? But I got it all up here. I
all in
remember
the
it
mind's
all.
eye,
I remember it like it was my childhood,
like it
which
was
isn't
yesterday.
great either. It's not great either. Let's see here. There's a beginning of the beginning of the episode. Um, they did this thing, and I was like, "Oh, we're in for
A
like
wild ride.
like these guys, these are they? They're just friends. They're just friends, right? The three
Yeah,
of
they're
these guys are
boys.
just
Yeah,
friends.
they're
They're just
totally boys.
boys being boys. They're running out of their house or a house, and I think they have their breakfast. And Tadakuni has like a piece of toast, which is
Yeah, the,
reasonable. I
the,
think
the
I've
classic
done that.
first day of school anime, running late,
Eh,
just grabbing toast, running to
Grab your
school.
food,
Yeah.
except for his bros are behind him, and they have full on plates. He's
They have
got
like last
toast,
night's
and
dinner.
yeah, one of them's eating like spaghetti with in a bowl. And okay, so there when this show starts, I'm a little confused. I'm like, okay, what is happening? What is this? I didn't know like they pulled the old okidoke on me
Yeah,
because I like what is happening? Like and I still I okay. What it seemed like is that they were hanging out.
yeah,
Okay, so they're running out the house. They're going to
yeah,
school. This is typical anime stuff.
yeah,
I got my food. I'm running to school. That's exactly what they're doing. I go, oh, it's typical daily life in high school. And then Gundams show up out of the sky, and then they're like in like eventually they're in like little mech suits, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I did not see this coming. And then all of a sudden they're in their bedroom, and I guess they're trying to write a story together as bros. Is that what's happening? I was just like, I was like watching like, I think they're trying to write a an anime together. And I go, is that what this show is? Is that these guys? I go, Joe Angel is trying to set us up to where we're like, okay, look, Sal, me and you can do this.
We
We're
can
gonna
do this. We
finally
got this.
write. We're gonna
Two
write
piece.
Two Piece. Two Piece is gonna be our show, and you're just kind of like warming me up. Like, look, this is
Yeah,
how these kids are doing it. But then it doesn't do that. Then another scene comes up and they're doing something else. And then another scene comes up. And it's just like, yeah, it's exactly what the synopsis is. It's just like shenanigans.
yeah.
Like you get together and silliness ensues.
Yeah.
Right? Is that,
It's
am
it's
I,
it's every meetup you have with your bros, with your boys, and you're just talking about like the most random things, doing the most random things, especially in high school. Because high school is
dude,
just like you got your boys and you're just living life, not really giving the care, trying to figure stuff out. Like one of the little shorts was I think it was Tadakuni asked, "How do you get a girlfriend?" Which every guy has had this conversation with their
we've had
boys,
this
especially in
conversation.
high
Yep,
school.
yeah,
Guys,
yeah,
how do I
yeah.
get her to like me? How do you get a girlfriend? And then they're just like instantly silliness ensues because they just make up this random scenario so that they're
Yeah.
acting out in the room.
Yeah, and Tadakuni is like, he's like, all right, I'll be the girl, and then you try to like make a move on me, or like, what happens when this happens? Like,
Yeah,
and then he keeps failing
yeah,
at the task, trying to riz a girl. These
yeah.
guys don't know. Like when you're younger, you don't know. Like if you're
How to,
talking to each
yeah,
other, you're peers. The
yeah.
three of you don't know anything, and then you're gonna
You're
try to
three
like.
brains with one brain cell.
That's exactly what it is. Oh man, I this thing. Okay, so the show like lends itself. The I was watching something just the other day. What was I? It was what was it? I just had this kind of realization. I always talk about these shows with the inner monologue, and I'm like, the inner monologue every time with these shows. But I'm like, of course the inner monologue, it's like it's in the text, it's in the writing, it's on the manga. Like
Yeah,
if we're gonna read like a book, you're gonna hear all of Katniss Everdeen's,
thoughts in her head. Yeah,
thoughts in her head. But you watch the movie, and you don't have the thoughts in her head. You just have the look on her face.
Yeah,
She has the like, oh, there's something going on. And if you
yeah.
read the book, then you could go, oh, right now she's thinking this.
Oh, that's what she was
But
thinking. Yeah.
exactly. So, but like in anime, they don't just put the look on their face. They don't just put the like they put in every word. That's the thing. Like they put in all the words that are on the page for the or it feels like to
Yeah.
me. It feels like to
You
me
get
they're
like
just
they
taking
like reverb the voice, lower it
yes.
down. It's
Yeah,
like
it's yeah, it's in the background and they're saying something
yeah,
because that's one of
touch
my
tone.
favorite interactions. My favorite interactions. I don't know. Do you know who it was? It's the blonde-headed friend. Is that Hiro?
Um, Yoshita Yoshitaka Yoshita.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
sitting at
Yoshitaka. Yeah.
the riverbank and he's reading a book on a windy day.
Oh no, that was
And
that's Hitakuni.
okay,
That's Hidenori.
yeah,
Hidenori is the one
Hidenori.
with the glasses. Hishitoka is the blonde one.
Okay. So Hidenori's sitting down at the bank and he's reading a book, and it's two, and he to read this book, and then all of a sudden a girl shows up and she sits like nearby him.
Yeah,
There's nowhere else. And I'm like, man, that is like it's so relatable. Like
oh
if you
yeah,
can really put yourself back in some of your situations that you were when you were in like middle school or high school, where you were just like trying to work up the right words to like breach a
like trying to work with the right
conversation with
words,
a
trying to like
girl.
seeing if you're reading the situation right. Like, oh, she's just
It's
here, just out of the blue, or did she come here intentionally? Like,
I mean, you're like overthinking everything. You can hear all the things that he's trying to think. It's like, okay, I need the perfect words. I'm trying to, like be
like you,
cool.
yeah,
It's like if I think back, if you really let yourself think back to some of the moments that you had, you can kind of cringe and go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that or
I
I
can't
did
believe I
that."
thought that line would work.
So then he calls up his friends, Tadakuni, I think, comes in and
Yeah.
he like, or actually, I think it was, who is it? Oh,
Uh, no, it was
maybe.
Yoshitake came in first, and
Yeah,
then
he came in first.
Yeah,
Tadakuni came in with the great one because he's like, okay, he needs some help. He don't know. He's like just kind of floundering. He said something. He
yeah,
thought he was, but that's all he could come up with. He didn't have any other follow-up lines or anything, and he's like, I need help. So what
yeah.
do? You call
He
your
sent the
boys.
SOS boys. Hey,
Yeah,
I
you,
need backup.
you take your hat, you throw it off, you make a
Yeah,
whistle, you do something, and your boys show up and they're like, "All right, we're about to
yeah,
wingman this." Except for one of them's
yeah.
like, "Hey, they're giving half off Fridays. Let's get out of here." It's
Yeah,
like
it was
that's
Katakuni came up,
that's the exit. That's
ruined
your
it.
exit. That's
Yeah,
it. Like you just ruined the. Oh
because
my
we've all had
gosh! Like
that one friend that just kind of misread the situation and it just kind of ruined everything.
yes, it really has a lot of that old school nostalgic kind of like the silliness because they do them like in uh I don't know how many sections I counted.
I think
There
it
was
was
another one where
like 4 sections. I think.
four or five different like
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
four different like scenarios, and it's just
yeah.
like there's no it doesn't seem like there's gonna be like a
Linear
storyline.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a linear storyline. We're just kind of we're in there. This one thing is happening. I don't know. I can't remember. Tell me what was happening with the. I think it was the second part, but they end up in Tadakuni's sister's clothes. They decide to dress up. This is one of those. This is one of those animes
Yeah.
that old Texas is gonna come down. They were like, hold them up.
Hold him up.
Illegal. Like illegal. You're banned.
Cancel.
You're canceled. Like what was happening in this scene? What were they trying to do?
I think there were. Oh, what was it? It was they're in his room studying because Yoshitake had asked. He didn't know about a question, and then he got up. He was about to leave, and then he asked about what they liked better. I think it was like do girls in skirts look better than girls in pants or some or shorts or whatever?
Okay.
And they started
Yeah,
having
yeah,
that
yeah,
conversation because we've all we're guys. Guys have I've
yeah.
had that
Yeah,
conversation
guys.
where it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Well, like,
skirts are cool, leggings are cool, like so they're having
yeah,
a guy
yeah, yeah, yeah.
conversation, but then somehow Yoshitake just as his sister's underwear for some reason. I don't know why.
Dude, he goes into I think he goes into Tadakuni's sister's bedroom and he's like, "Oh, well, let's
Yeah,
put these on for some reason." And like they all go and so he brings in three skirts. I
yeah,
think they forego the underwear. Like, we don't have to do the
yeah,
underwear, but here are the skirts. Let's put these on
yeah.
and we're gonna see, what do we think is more attractive. And then they come out the different rooms, and Tadakuni's the only one in the skirt. And then he's like posing.
Yeah.
That part was good. He was posing on the floor, and the guys are like, "Oh yeah, that's nice."
Oh yeah.
This the most boy thing you can do. Like, it is really legit. Like, so silly. And then his sister shows up
Yeah.
in the room, and she sees him like,
Yeah.
what does she do? She just like, all right, keep going. Like, go
Just
ahead.
keep going. Like she's walking menacely towards them, and they're like trying to like
Oh yeah,
push.
they're like,
Yeah.
they're freaking out.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
she gets him even like I think Tadakuni's actually trying to put on a bra too. Shenanigans. Okay, this is just
Shenanigans.
straight up boy shenanigans, bro. They're just like silliness, and that I mean that's exact. They get the title of this daily life of high school boys. It's I can't imagine what else they kind of get into, but like it's funny that even in a different culture, in a different world, like
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it mattered. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Yeah.
If you are a high school boy full of hormones, middle school boy full of, just feelings, you have nothing you can do with.
Yes. Yeah.
This is
Somewhat.
where you're going to
These
end up.
different cultures, you also have the same experiences. Like
It's the
no
same
matter
experience.
where you're from. Yeah.
You're dealing with girls and how to like navigate this thing. Oh, that was the other one. The other one was I think Tadakuni's giving some girls directions in the front of the school.
Yeah.
And he's walking down the street and all the guys in the school are like
Just
they're
watch it.
looking from the outside. They're watching. They're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. He's walking with some girl. He has a girlfriend. Like, what the heck?" And
Yeah.
I mean, like I think I remember seeing that happen like with some friends. Like you just go, "Hey, look, 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 they're walking. They're walking with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Look, they're
Because you
holding
see a boy
hands or something
walking
like
from
that."
afar, and you're like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey,
"Hey, hey,
so
hey!
who are
Look,
you?
check it out! Check it out!"
Wh-
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then,
Who are you talking to? What did y'all say? What was
"Hey,
happening?
who's that? Who's that? Who's that?"
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
Good
it's
enough.
just like it doesn't matter. It's universal. It's universal. Like that kind of stuff
Universal. Yeah.
happens all the
Oh,
time, dude.
yeah.
And it's like it's like everything. It's like your whole it's kind of interesting because I'm thinking about the writers writing this show and like you have to kind of you're pulling from your own experience,
Yeah.
if you're gonna like if you're gonna write this stuff, you gotta like pull this from reality. Like this kind
Yeah.
of stuff happened. I'm sure that the writer like making up the story, they may like exaggerate some of it, like, but like boys, being boys, being
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
That's
Boys being
a
guys.
that
Yeah.
I mean, I can think of some cringy moments in
Yeah.
my own life. Like I'm sure I don't know how many episodes. I don't know how many episodes this show is, but I'm sure there is a story of one of these guys saying
One
something
episode's
to a
just all
girl,
about Sal.
yeah, getting slapped. Like
It's-
not like it's happened to me, but being slapped. Like you don't know what you can and can't say to girls when you're like in middle school or
yeah. Yeah.
elementary.
Yeah.
You're trying to say something, trying to be cool, and then you say something
Try to be the
stupid, and
cool
you
guy
get
and everything.
yeah, like
Yeah.
there is. I mean, it's a universal thing. Like being, it did have that nostalgic feel. It was. It feels like it's pretty straight up slice of life,
Yeah.
and I kind of felt that, but it has to be. I don't think if it's gonna be this relatable, it's gotta be, this is a slice of my
Gotta be
life. It's what
funny,
it felt
yeah.
like. Yeah, it's some silliness that's going on. Let's see here. What else was
Did you notice
there?
the ending, the theme song? There's a song they were singing. I don't know if your eyes could tell the lyrics
Oh, wait, I know. I
of
don't
this
think I
from the
did.
song.
Give it to me.
So the song at the end, if you go back and watch it, all the lyrics that she's singing is the whole dialogue of the last skit. Because the last skit is the one
Oh,
where he's at the riverbank and they're having the conversation. And so and they're
yes.
having a conversation about the wind too. So they're just like
Yeah,
making all
if you
these
remember.
like poetic kind of lines and stuff with the wind. And it's like, hey, these winds. I know Yoshitake came in and said like this wind blew something bad or wrong into town. We got to go handle it.
Yes.
He didn't know his leaving line was to the girls, "Let's go" before the winds died down. And
Yeah.
then of course they have Tadanaka. She sings Tadanaka's ending, where it's like, "Hey, the store's having a half off sale on fries over there."
Dude, okay, I was thinking like, man, I think back to it. Like, did you think back to like the time, like a cringy time of you trying to be
Oh
so
yeah,
cool? Like, I had some moments in middle school where I was trying to be real cool.
yeah.
Like, oh man, like as if I don't know. I mean, I think you're
Just
you're
like
trying to
that
find who
was your
you are.
defining moment of like what your
Yeah,
life would be.
I gotta like, yeah, I gotta be. I need everybody to believe that I'm like cool.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to be like, when I walk by, they're gonna be like,
Oh
Sal,
man.
Sal, Sal, Sal.
So,
Let's carry him to class.
yeah.
Get on our shoulders, Sal. You don't have to walk anywhere. Like,
Trying to get that Danny Zuko status, man.
like that. You really do want to be the main character. Like,
Yeah.
because you don't know anything else. Like you don't know how to you don't know what to do with your hands when you walk. You're
Nah.
trying to figure out how you're supposed to laugh out loud. Like how do you laugh? What's my laugh sound like?
What's my
And you're
laugh?
trying to
Yeah.
invent some like,
What's the
like
face
you're
do I have
over
to have the whole time I'm just sitting there? How do I want to
yeah.
look?
What's my relaxed face? Like
Yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
trying to you're trying everything to just be a regular human being. Like I just like what's and this is it. Like this is it. It really it makes me feel almost embarrassed a little bit. I did not notice the song though.
As they go
What
back
el-
and
what
watch
el-
the lines. It's
what did we
hilarious.
miss? I missed that part of it. I need to watch that.
Uh, no, I mean,
I
really,
think that's
like I said,
about it,
it's
right? I mean,
yeah, it's just a daily life of high school boys. They're like, I know the intro with the mechs. They were having like, wait, was that this episode? I think so. Yeah, like that was just
yeah, the
them
intro.
like walking to school and just like making up a scenario of like, hey, if
Mm,
like, because we all had conversations. Hey, if a robot came in, what would you pick to fight a robot? Or if you had to
yes,
choose
yes.
between a lion and a tiger, like it's just all
Who?
those old conversations that guys just have. You
Yeah, yeah. There's always the silly. You always, and
know?
I think sometimes every now and then I have that same scenario. I'm like,
Yeah.
I sit down, I'm eating dinner and in a
Just a
restaurant, and you
random
look
thought
around.
pops in your
Yeah,
head.
you go, okay, if someone came in here, where's my exit? What do I
Yeah.
do? I
What do I
grab
have
the
around me that I could use as a weapon? Can I?
yeah, exactly. I got a solid fork. That's the longest thing on here.
If I jump
Like
on that table, I could drop kick him from this angle.
I think like I can knock that little ladder over and it's gonna topple everything and then I'll
Yeah.
save everyone's life,
Yeah.
like that is a it's I don't think women have this conversation and I mean maybe
I don't
I don't
think so.
know. I don't think they have
I
this. I don't
gotta
know.
have.
Maybe I need to ask like, hey, do you ever have this kind of if you had to fight a bear, what would you do? Like
How
no,
would you
no,
fight a bear?
no. How would you fight a bear? Like what do you think you could
You think you could get in a
yes.
headlock and choke it
It's
out?
just what do you call it? It's the simple, dumb, hypothetical things that's where our mind goes to.
Yeah.
I I don't know. I'll have to ask a lady, but I'm gonna have to work up some courage to to talk to a lady. So, all right, Joy,
Oh
give us
man.
some facts about this thing.
Let's get into some facts about daily life, guys, because this started off as a manga and it was written and illustrated by Yasunobu Yamamuchi. And this came out on the Square Enix web manga Gangan Online, and it came out in May of 2009. Wait, yeah, 2009, and ran all the way till September of 2012. So it ran for about a good 3 years. Yeah,
As
before
a
it as a
yeah.
manga before it
Uh-huh.
finished out. Um, they totaled out to around 106 chapters for the main part, and then it had like an epilogue, so total about 107 chapters. Um, and then it got picked up as an anime in January of 2012, and it got animated by Studio Sunrise, and it was directed by Shinji Takamoto, and so it ran for about 12 episodes. Yeah, 12 episodes.
That's
About
it.
12 episodes long. That's it. Just
And
12.
I'm guessing it just kind of continues to just be like
Yeah, it's like
silly
it's 12 episodes,
scenarios.
but it's in the same thing, and like it has like I think four skits in between. I think it's
Yeah,
four. Yeah,
each one of them. Yeah,
yeah.
each one
And
of them
so
just a
it's like I
little
said, it's
like
just daily life, different scenarios, meeting like because they go to an all boys school. So one of the main things about talking to girls because they don't have girls at their school, so there's really no chance. They're really trying to figure out, okay, how do we even talk to a girl when we see one and stuff like that.
hmm hmm
Um, so there's the music. There's three different parts to the music when it comes to the composition. They have the OP, the opening song. Then they had a insert song, which is I think the song they put in the middle for like the break, and then they have the
hmm
ending song. And so the OP song is called "Shiny Take" by Mix Speakers Inc. And then the ending song is Ohisama by Amasaki Ananin. And interesting thing about how anime, I guess, is viewed and depicted and held in Japan. The original ending song was supposed to be Hikizan by Jinaku Radio, but it got pulled because there was I think it was in a blog post, the singer of the band made some I guess inappropriate comments about another pop idol voice actress, and he got like he got pretty
canceled.
smashed on that because I think it was like in it. Yeah, he pretty much got almost canceled because I think it was on an interview. They were asking him about this voice actress or something, and he was just like, "Yeah, nah, she ain't it,"
Trash.
basically type stuff. Yeah, and then I
Yeah,
think
come
the
on now, man.
band, I think some of the other members of the band made a comment about the manga itself being boring for this for
Um,
the show that they're gonna
they
have
were
the song for on the anime. They're like, oh yeah, the manga's pretty boring, and they're like, all right, you're good, you're gone, like you're
oh
out.
my gosh, dude. Dang, dude.
So this
I
is how
mean,
anime takes songs seriously, man.
okay, so that's interesting. I mean, and you know what? These guys, I mean, it's slice of life. It's not for everybody, and you
Yeah,
know, and we know how I feel about
yeah,
slice of life, and we know
yeah,
how you feel about slice of
yeah.
life. But
I mean,
voicing
and
the
we've
opinion
all
about
had
it,
jobs where we had stuff
I
to say,
mean,
but we never said it out loud because we knew it was just like, I don't need to say this out loud. You know, you say it to a
yeah,
trusted
yeah,
coworker, your work bestie, y'all talk about it, but you never say it out loud because you know you're gonna
not in
get
an interview. Not when you
gone the
have
next
something to
day.
lyou. Yeah, come on now. Which,
Yeah,
by the way, I
you
don't
got something to
remember. I don't remember. Do we have? Is this one of the shows that we didn't have the opening until the end of it, or until the next episode? Because I don't remember
It
seeing
was
the
kind of
opening
mixed
title.
in the after. It was I think it was kind of mixed in after the robot fight.
Okay, I think I
It
was.
seemed like another part of the skit.
I think that as the show went on, the more my eyesight started to clear up. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think I'm making out faces and letters. Down at the bottom. I
You
could
just
read
gotta
some of
have
the
some clear eye right there in the mornings whenever you're watching shows.
like, put on my cheaters, my
The
readers,
cheaters.
and
um, but yeah, so that was that. There is so in the when the Blu-rays and stuff came out, they did have a drama CD that came out with the Blu-rays, which were just like extra jokes and side skits that they had. And weirdly enough, how popular this got, there's a live action of this show.
is it called Friends? No, I don't
It's
know.
called Friends.
Uh, it's called Friends.
It's a live action movie you can find on YouTube. You can watch it. They have the English dub on YouTube, or not the dub, the English
I
sub on
am.
YouTube.
I'm trying to think. I mean, like. Like Seinfeld was this way where there wasn't really
Yeah,
every now and then some of the episodes would like connect a little bit, but
lying
really it
together.
was like
Yeah,
yeah, like each episode was like a just a scenario. Like you're just
yeah,
like some things happened and that's the whole episode and it doesn't really matter if it like follows like a through line. It's
yeah.
not like a linear
I mean, they
timeline. It's
might
just kind
mention
of
it somewhere down the line, but it's not really anything big.
but it makes me think like what is this movie then? Like if it's is it a bunch of that, like a bunch of little scenarios in the movie, or is it one
I think it's just like one long kind of like from point A to
like
point B, picking up some of the main parts that kind of strung together. So I think it's like an
yeah.
hour and a half, I think, long.
I'm interested. I'm interested in just in the idea that like how would you make this a movie? Like
Yeah,
because I'm always I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the American in me, but if something is written and it's well written, I want to see a live action of it. Like if it's
yeah. I don't want to
if
read
I
a book.
saw
Put this in a movie.
that's exactly what it is. You remember Bazooka Gum? Bazooka Gum had like little jokes on
Yeah,
it, little cartoons.
yeah.
I read one time. It was so good. I was like, this needs to be an entire movie. Like, just blow it
Entire
up.
movie.
It needs. I want it to be like I want it to fill my
Yeah,
eyes with the spectacle of this
yeah,
one joke. If it's well written, make
yeah.
it into a movie. Though
Make it into a
this
movie.
I mean, I want to know if it can work, like a
Yeah.
cartoon, make it live action. A video game. I played a really great video
Yeah.
game, and I'm like, make it into the movie. And the Drake's Descent was a terrible movie. Oh, Uncharted. It's called Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Dang it,
Yeah.
why did they
I
mess
mean,
that
it was
up? You know
his
what? Why am I
descent because that
talking?
movie was kind of trash.
It was straight trash, bro.
But
Okay,
that's
okay,
just what you
okay.
get. That's just what you get when you try to make a video game out of a movie. Because I
Uh,
mean,
I don't
you
know when the
had
last time a good
what
one.
was it? Assassin's
Tomb
Creed.
Raider.
That one
Did they make did they
trash.
make an Assassin's Creed movie?
Dude, it was like it felt like
Forgettable.
a YouTube project
Hitman.
that got big. Which there's
Hitman.
Hitman, yeah, Hitman. I will say, Mortal Kombat was good. I like those old Mortal
Classic.
Kombat classic.
Classic.
New ones weren't really that bad. I know they're trying to introduce, I think, trying to some of the new characters from the new
Hmm.
series. That's probably, I think it's probably what that was that fault because a lot of people were like, either didn't play the game or were too just nostalgic about the old school stuff. But there was a YouTube series on Mortal Kombat that was pretty good. Like,
I watched it.
yeah,
Machinima. Yo,
Machinima, yeah, they did it
dope.
good
So
though.
dope. Okay.
But,
Are we ready to guac talk this? You got anything else for me?
nah, I mean that's about it. Like I said, like it had just that one interesting fact where they pulled a song because they said it was boring. And I was like,
Well, the
that's
other interesting
pretty
fact is
good.
they made a movie about it. I mean, 12 episodes,
Yeah.
and they're like, Yeah, we got a movie
Yeah,
here.
we got a movie about this.
No, I don't know. I mean, because I mean, maybe it's because they can make movies so much cheaper there.
Yeah.
Because movies here, like even like some of these like
Everybody's
the
always trying to
Academy
make it like a
Awards just
big
passed.
blockbuster. It's what it, I think that's what it
Yeah,
is. Like they're trying to
but
make it the
like that.
biggest movie. It's like, nah.
Nah, dog. You just need like just some dialogue. And
Yeah.
what are you spending your money
Like
on? Like what is it?
like Birdman. Birdman was an awesome movie. And how long did it take them to make that? What was it? Like 40
30
days?
days. Yeah,
30
maybe.
days.
Yeah. I mean, the most expensive thing on that movie was Michael Keaton, and you had to pay
Yeah.
him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, pay that man anything, okay? Uh, okay, so let's go ahead and walk talk this. I'm
Yeah.
ready to talk
I'll
about
talk
the
this.
ending. There is something so galvanizing or all-encompassing, with guys and, growing up, kind of going through the same thing, and you find your people, and I
Yeah.
think that's what this is. This feels like that, these three kids, these three boys, like I kind of think back to it, like of having friends. It was always kind of a small group like that. I feel like you had
Yeah. You had a core group
two other,
that you always hung
yeah,
around with.
you had two. I mean, you had
Yeah.
a bigger group,
Yeah.
like everybody's kind of hanging, but like then there was just like two other friends. I like
Yeah.
remember in middle school, I had two other friends, and we would like ride bikes, and we would go into the forest. Like, not a forest. We're in Texas. What do I talk about? There ain't no forest right here. Yeah. Mesquite trees ain't a forest, bro. But we'd go into these trees, these woods, and there was like a little spot there that had like a down log, and we sat down, and we'd have like comic books and weird
Yeah.
things that were just like doing nothing. You were like throwing rocks in the thing. We'd be making up stories. We'd be telling, jokes or talking about girls or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like
It's
it's
just
such
a
a real
space
thing.
to get away from it all, to chill with your boys and just hang.
You are, trying to figure out the world with each other. And
Yeah.
you have each other to, like you're just bumbling around. You're like fumbling around, doing everything wrong, making the wrong decisions, and being embarrassed and trying your best, really, honestly.
Yeah.
And your best ain't very good. Your best ain't good. But and so it has that going for it. The show kind of has that feel going for it. If you allow
Yeah.
yourself to kind of like let yourself be in there to go and just kind of think back to it. That was I think the strongest point of this show. Now, would I continue to watch the show? I don't know. You know, once again, slice of life. Let me ask you, did you watch all of this 12 episodes, or you're considering it
Got halfway through it
halfway through?
before I picked up my other anime, and then manga dropped, so I had to stop and read that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got a lot of stuff coming out and going.
Eh, Yeah, so well, I think that's the thing. Like, I'm glad that this thing is 12 episodes long, but would I continue to watch it? As an older man, I like the nostalgic part of the whole thing,
Yeah.
but because I'm so much older now, I don't think that I can justify continuing to watch it, you know?
Would it be something that you could like say throw on while you're folding laundry or cooking something, just to like kind of white noise type stuff?
I could if it were dubbed, because the thing is, that's the thing with the subtitles. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't look away.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do anything else, because then I'd be like, I look up and I'm like, what are they doing? What happened? I
Yeah.
miss, because
Yeah.
a lot of it's in the dialogue. It's in the
Yeah.
dialogue. You're like, I need to know what they're saying. And even at some points, I'm like, what are they saying? Even paying attention, like with 100% of my focus. Like, I didn't look any other way, any other direction. I'm like this. I found myself even typing notes, not looking. I'm like, I think I've gotten to a point where I can type notes and like
Yeah,
watch at the same time.
your operating system figured out what you're trying to say. They're like, all right,
Yeah.
he typed this, but he meant this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. AI,
Yeah,
iOS has figured it out. Like, I've been
yeah,
typing this whole time. They're like, no, 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 I got it, I got it, I got
I got
it.
it.
Fill in the blank. Fill in the
Yeah.
blank, Siri. Okay. Uh, and so, yeah, because of that, because maybe if it were dubbed, like I hate to say that, but it's just, there are some shows that I watch now that are just like shows that I've always kind of, I'll put it on, I'll watch the whole season, all the seasons, and then I'll start from the beginning or pick up somewhere else and kind of just throw it on in the background. And just, yeah, like I have it on for white
Yeah.
noise. But I can hear it and go, oh, yeah, that's this episode. And that's, these are
Yeah.
my friends in the background talking about this thing. And I'm
Yeah.
just, washing the dishes over here.
Yeah.
But this, because it is in Japanese
He's
and I
only.
don't know. Yeah. Like I think I probably could if it were dubbed. And if it were, I mean, I'm not talking about like really well dubbed. Like, like
Yeah.
if it's done well,
Yeah.
then maybe. 'Cause I like the concept. I like the idea of it, like high school kids and the silliness that they kind of get into and all of that's
Yeah.
very relatable and kind of full of it's full of story. It's full of
Yeah.
like the silliness and shenanigans that you get into, and you just
Yeah.
kind of that nostalgic part of it really gets me.
Yeah, it's because it's one of those things where you really don't know what is next. Because especially like with boys, especially with high school boys, like they're always coming up with something you wouldn't expect them to come
And
up
I
with.
mean, it really was. If I think back to high school and middle school, I think back to like all these little like flashbulb moments of things that just happened. Like,
Yeah,
oh, I remember this one time this happened, and you could just tell a story, and then you go,
yeah.
oh yeah, I remember that reminds me of a time that this happened, and
That this
like
happened. Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah, like
snowball
you have the
effect.
story. You have the story of you trying to talk to a girl or saying something silly and embarrassing in front of a girl, or you did something dumb, and everybody laughed at you. Like you got all
Yeah,
those stories, and and I'm sure this show kind of will continue to like explore all that and kind of
yeah,
retell it in a silly way. But because I have to like watch it intently, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
yeah.
Though those of us who are slice of lifey and could,
And
it's
could
not bad.
should.
It's not
It's
bad.
not bad.
This is Lucky
One out
Star,
of
the
five.
man.
Lucky
One
Star,
out
the
of
men
five.
version. 1 out of 5. uh, what are you gonna say? 1 out of 5.
Half off fries.
Half off fries. How many you ordering?
How many am I ordering of fries? 1 out of 5. Hmm. Would I recommend it? I'm 50-50 on that. Would I continue to watch it? I'm probably a little lower on that. So I'll go two, 2.5 stars. I'll go 2.5 stars out of 5. Like it's middle of the pack. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it, but I don't think I will continue to watch it only because I have other shows that I would watch over this show.
yeah.
Right?
So I mean, Soul 11 is picking up right now. So
You better believe.
yo,
You better believe. When
yeah,
this comes
bad
out,
belly.
okay, so let's just pretend like we watched it. Dude, can you
Yeah.
believe
Can you
the
believe that
ending?
happened?
The
Dude, I
the
tell
ending,
you.
dude,
Oh, dude.
was I
Tell
mean,
you.
like whenever uh you
Whenever
know
Sung
so
Woo
and
did
so
that
showed up.
thing, you're like, bruh.
When he was eating McDonald's and then
You
he
see McDonald's.
he stabbed the guy with the French fry. Okay, what about you? Where are you on this? 1 to 5, half off fries. How many are you
one to
ordering for this?
five
I mean, I
half
know
off
that
fries.
you've already watched a couple.
Yeah,
You've
I
watched a
watch
couple more
more.
episodes than I did. So
I'll say it does. It does lean more into, like I said, the comedic side of it, just the randomness of high school boys. You get them actually start to see like interacting with girls and figuring that out. Um, Going
this
from
is
all
up
the
your alley
nostalgia point.
too.
Yeah, this is slice of life. I like slice of life. It's pretty good. The randomness of it, the funniness, the uh, especially there's some more parts to you when it comes to like just their conversations because it is like because when you're a high school boy, when you're in middle school, like that is the time period for guys where like the intrusive thoughts are winning almost all the time. Which is why all which that's really what the high school middle school experience for guys is just the intrusive thoughts are always winning. Because that's just what it is. It's just so random. It's because they're having these conversations, they're trying on these skirts, they're like doing all this stuff because they have that intrusive thought and they just let it take over and win. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. And
You know,
you're just gas, man. You're all gas
yeah.
until somebody goes, "You
All
can't do
gas,
that."
no brakes. Yeah.
Yeah, all gas, no brakes. Just like until someone shuts you down, like, "Hey, you can't do
Yeah.
that."
So
I'm like,
somebody
"Oh,
with
I
some
didn't
common
know."
sense comes in and be like, stop.
Yeah, somebody comes in with and ruins it with their common sense.
Yeah.
You know, like, "Hey, I'm just trying to have a good time, baby." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You know what
I
I'm
thought I
saying?
was being silly. You know, so, like, yeah, yeah.
But 1 out of 5 half off fries, I'll give this a 3.5
Okay,
for me.
I could
Yeah,
see that. I could see that for you.
it's like because it's good. I'll watch it. Uh, if somebody's looking for something that I know is in the slice of life, where it's that doesn't mind sub only, I'll mention it. Um, but I got like a lot more stuff that I put above this, so
I
yeah,
could see
I'll
that.
give
I
it
mean,
three.
three and wait, three and a
Three and a
half,
half.
three and a half,
Three and a
two
half.
and a
Yeah,
half for me, three and a half for you.
yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna eat
Somewhere
it
in the
up though.
middle is where you're
You
probably
know what I'm
gonna
saying?
be.
Get the not here though.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
you add that three and a half and that two and a
yeah.
half together, we're at. I'm no
We're
math doctor.
at we're at
Let's
six,
see here.
man.
Okay, there we go. Six, baby.
That's like taking it to 11 on the app, man.
We're 6 out of 5, baby. 6 out of 5 stars.
Oh man. Uh but before we end off on our episode, I got something for you real quick.
For me,
For
oh snap! I'm
you.
scared. I'm scared. This is a
I'm glad
surprise.
you mentioned I'm glad you mentioned Two Piece and watching this as a prequel to get you into it
Uh-huh.
because
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I got an idea for you
Okay,
on our
give it
next
to
shirt.
me.
Let me see. I don't know if you
Okay.
can see this. Can you see this?
I'm looking at it. Two piece.
I got that one.
See. Oh
I got
snap.
that
I
one,
mean,
and I
uh-huh,
got
uh-huh,
one
uh-huh.
more for you.
Two piece. That's us thinking and writing.
They get it right. You just show out.
Oh snap. Dude, I mean, okay, I won't spoil anything, but let's just say I've been thinking about Two Piece and maybe we bring it to it. I mean, it doesn't have to be long. You know what I'm saying?
It don't
Like
have to be long. We got 12
it's just a,
episodes.
s- a, s- a strip, it's just a little,
Yeah,
like a
little
Garfield
strips.
strip.
I mean, we
So,
watched who was it? Watanake? She was having what
what
30 a minute episode, 2 minute episodes. We got those
or heck
animes. We
even
could do it.
what was that the other one that we watched with the it was only like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They were 30-second episodes. I mean,
Oh man,
oh, I can't
yeah,
remember.
like
Oh, it was
it got to be long, man.
Roboco and me.
Roboco, yeah, me and
Or me
Roboco.
and me
See,
and me and Roboco. Yeah.
yeah,
Easy. Two piece.
easy, 2 piece,
Bro.
so easy.
Hey, if you're listening to this, you better not steal our two piece, okay?
Hey, no, we got to we're copyrighting this.
Yeah, yeah, this is a poor man's copyright. You can come
Yeah,
after me, dog.
yeah. I call dibs. That's what we do. That's what we do in high school. You call dibs.
We call dibs, okay? You can't do it.
You can do it. But
Snap.
what you can do is go to our website, anime-me.com, where you can listen to not only this episode, but all of our other episodes that we have on there because we have a lot of them, guys. And we also have all the links to all of our socials and podcasts and platforms, as well as our anime shirts, guys, because we got those there
Which
and we got some new ideas coming your way.
I mean, I might put that two piece on a t-shirt. I mean, come on
Hey,
now. Who don't want
yeah, there
to
you go.
wear an anime me two-piece shirt? You know what I'm
2 piece shirt, man. Yeah, that's a special one, man. It's rare.
saying? Yeah.
So rare. but not as rare as our episodes because they do, once again, they do come out on every Monday on Spotify, on YouTube, Podbean, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts. That's where we are, guys. And while you're there, you can leave us those reviews, drop those 5 stars, those likes, those shares to help the show out, guys. Because we need all that stuff to make Two Piece, man. Come on,
You
help us,
need
man.
the help. Y'all want that. Y'all want that in your
Y'all want that? I
life.
know you want it. Who doesn't like Two Piece, man? Everybody gets a Two Piece.
Everybody loves a two-piece, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Well, I've been Joanne with my co-host Sal, and we'll see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Turn that down. Put that on there. I was getting sick, and I was able to fight it off.
Hey, you just little Vicks,
Little
a
Vicks,
little
little
Mylanta.
7 Up, a Sprite.
Yeah,
That
a
McDonald's
little
Sprite,
S
man.
Sprite.
That's
Hey,
pure.
it's different. It's
It's
different. It
different.
really is. There's something to it. Like I remember hearing somebody, I don't drink a whole lot of soda, but
Yeah.
people swear by it, and that's because they refrigerate their syrup the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Like so they
Yeah.
put it from the factory, it's like refrigerated. They put it in the trucks, it's still and the truck is refrigerated. Then they get it to the
Yeah.
McDonald's and it stays refrigerated. Whereas other like manufacturers, their syrup is kind of like it gets warm.
Stays constantly
It's
cold
that mug is outside. They got the syrup
outside.
outside and big old bucket, and they're
Yeah.
like getting up to 100
They
degrees.
ship it in from the Arctic.
Yeah, that is straight out of the mountain. Mountain Dew is made from actual
From
Mountain Dew,
mountains.
bro.
Yeah.
Like from the dew of the mountain.
They go up there early in the morning and s- s-
Squeezing
squeeze out.
rocks.
Yeah, squeeze wax. Oh
Okay,
man,
hey,
let's
by the way, before we start,
see.
I've got
Yeah,
two I just have two the name games. So like the
yeah,
first one we have a name game and the
yeah,
second one we have a name game. Do you want to do it at the
yeah.
top of the show or at the end of the show?
Yeah, we
It's
can
a
do it at
fake
the top.
name, real name. Okay.
Yeah,
Just so that
yeah,
you know.
yeah. We can do it before we do our name, the anime.
Okay, cool. And you can kind of cue me up for it if you want to. Just like, all right,
Yeah.
we got a game today.
All right. Yeah, yeah. I'll give
What are
you
you gonna
the
say?
signal. I would say that Tyler the Creator concert this past weekend. My
Yo,
little
I
brother
saw
came
that,
in.
dude.
Yeah, it's pretty live. It's pretty.
Dude, I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know if you're a fan, but I'm a big fan of Tyler, the Creator, and that Chromacopias
yeah. Dude, dude, it was like
bowing.
very theatrical. Like, I still got some stuff. I was because I did a lot of clips. Because I don't know. For me, when I'm at a show, I like being there in a moment. So like,
Hmm.
I hardly do like videos and stuff like that. Because I know there's a lot of people who are like constantly the whole show would just record the whole thing or
Yeah,
small
yeah, yeah.
parts. And like for me, I'm just like, and like people will ask, "Oh, did you get a lot of videos?" Like I got a few. Like because for me, it's like when I'm there, I want to like be there, experience it. Like.
That's the way it's supposed to be, dude. Like,
Yeah,
honestly, it's for you at that moment. Like, if
yeah.
you go to some of these, I don't know, they don't really do that at concerts, but like at like comedy shows, they'll have you put your phone up in a little case.
Oh,
It's two
they,
things for them. They don't want
yeah,
the jokes to get out, but also they
yeah.
want you
They
to
don't
be
want
there,
another
you
Kramer
know?
moment sneaking out.
Hey, yo.
They
People don't know about that Kramer moment
don't
though,
know about
dude.
that.
Like
Yeah,
they ain't, see, that
they
was the
know nothing
beginning, you know
about
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah,
That was the beginning of cancel, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like that man needs to be canceled for real, you know?
yeah. They were taking people's like cameras and stuff. They were telling people, "Hey, you can't like actual like I guess cameras and stuff." They're like, "Hey, no, you can't bring your camera." Um, and so because
Like a
these lines,
legit
because it
like
was like a yeah, like and it was a sold out show too. Because like got there early, stood an hour in line for the merch, uh, and then when we got out of that line, like it was a lady coming from both sides wrapped around the block. Like it was a sold out show.
Dang, I haven't
But
been to
that
a concert in forever.
yeah, but it was at the Moody, and that was like my first time there. And it looks big outside, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna, we got some really good seats where we were. It was like
Hmm.
it was like kind of midway close to the floor stuff, and I told one of my coworkers I was going, and he was like, "Oh, dude, like when you get inside, it's not really that big. It's not as big as it looks inside." I was like, "He's like, there's not really a bad seat in that house." And when we got in there, I was all like looking around, I was like, "There isn't a bad seat in
Uh,
this house." Like,
dude, that's dope. This is where at in Austin, over in
yeah, this is at
the
the Moody Center. It's like
yeah.
the new. It was a replacement, so. But it looks big outside, but when you get in there, like it's kind of small. Like there really isn't a bad seat. But
Did he have anybody else? I think I saw somebody
he
else
had
was like
Paris,
with him.
Texas, and Yachty. Yachty was it. So
Okay, yeah, I saw that one.
but yeah,
We're talking. No, wait, are we talking about Little Yachty?
Little Yachty,
Lil Yachty,
Little
or is it
Yachty.
just, or did he drop the Lil anymore? He's not Lil Yachty anymore. Is he just, he's gotten big now?
Yachty.
He's not
He's
Big
old
Yachty.
Yachty. Yeah, he's Yachty.
Old
He's yacht.
Yachty, Yachty.
He's
But
yacht
yeah,
now.
yeah,
He's yacht.
Mr. Yacht. I
Yeah,
go by Mr.
yeah.
Uh,
He took
hey,
out that
that,
Y because he's not young no more.
yeah, yeah. Ain't Lil no more, y'all. I've been,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I seen some things.
yeah,
Lil Yachty's album. I don't know if you've listened to Lil Yachty's album, but this is his recent one. Like I didn't want to like Lil Yachty. Like I don't like mumble rap and all the
yeah.
these new kids with their. But that
Blah,
new
blah, blah, blah,
album,
blah, 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 blah. We
yeah. I
stay.
mean, if hey, dude, if I can do that too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like abstract art. You know what I'm saying? Like I could
yeah,
throw some paint on man. I could do
yeah. On
that.
canvas, I
I can do that. But this though, like his new album is like creative and like experimental and musical. It's
it's like Andre 3000's flute album, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
that boy. He's got that ocarina of
yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying? Then he's teleporting. He's on level 6, and then he just pulls out that and yeah, like Mario, Super
Mario.
Mario 3 or
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Uh,
man, but
dude, that's dope, dude.
yeah, it was
I'm glad.
pretty cool.
Hey, uh,
I will say, out of all the concerts I've been to, having been in the pit up front by the stage, it's literally standing by the speaker, my ears got more blown out at this show by the girls yelling and standing behind us.
oh my
Like it was just so
gosh.
ear piercing. I was like, bro, I've like even like the guy next to me, I was standing to, he was I could see him like just like cover his like plug his ears at moments when they were screaming. And my brother was all like, "Man, these girls need to kind of shut up." It's like you can't even
Oh,
hear.
dude,
Like, dude, it was just
too much,
too much,
too
man.
much.
Like
And what are you
I
gonna
knew
say?
it
You
was, I
can't
knew,
like.
I at some point I knew I was like, all right, it's not just the old man creeping up at me. These girls are literally like ear piercing everybody around them right now,
The whole time,
the
the
whole
whole time.
time, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude, like that's just uh I don't know. I mean, I guess I could never, I can't relate to the, I was gonna say like, well, like they're excited, but I'm like, I don't think I've ever stood and screamed at something
Yeah,
like, but I
for
think
that
it's just my
long, you're like,
maybe I'm a little jealous because I
yeah,
wish I like loved something that much. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, do I feel that about anything? Like I
I
don't.
would say,
eh,
I would say
I'm an
one of
old
them
man.
did scream something really like profane and like
Oh,
to where me and my brother just looked at each other like, "Oh my gosh!"
whoa, yeah.
Like,
This is.
whoa, like
I don't
chill
think he
out
can
there,
hear
girl.
you.
Yeah, like can we calm down
Uh,
real quick?
oh my gosh, dude.
uh,
Do you know? We went to some loud concerts when we
yeah,
were younger, and we stood. Like and the small concerts too, like not like the big concerts can get loud, but a small concert you could be standing right next to
you're
the
literally right there by the speaker.
right there by the speaker. It's like ground level at the
Yeah,
ear. And eventually it catches up with you, dog. I don't want to be like, I don't want let's it catches up with you. All of it. Like I can't I'm hard of hearing now
don't,
because
don't
I
worry.
we
Like. I've had it ringing in my ear since the first concert I've ever went
Hey,
to.
I had to Google it. I Googled it. It's a real
Yeah.
thing. It's called tinnitus.
Yeah.
And if you hear a sharp it's self-prescribed. I feel like I got tinnitus. Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's a real thing. And you know what? Now that I'm older too, my eyesight's gotten a little blurrier too. So like I can't hear and I can't see.
Break
Nah,
it
dog.
down. Nah.
Like I saw that one of the break it down. I saw the one of the animes that we were gonna watch is
Yeah.
only subtitled, and I was gonna
Yeah.
watch it early in the morning and take notes of it,
You couldn't
which
read.
I
You couldn't
actually
see
did.
it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't see the subtitles. I couldn't read the
Couldn't see what they're
subtitles. I was like,
saying.
I go, you know what? I got to do this in the afternoon when I can actually like see some stuff where my
When my
eyesight's
eyes
not
are working.
blurry.
Yeah.
It's too early for my eyes. Dude, come on, man. Like
Eyes working off a
really?
diesel engine. You got to warm them up, man.
Yeah, I gotta keep that mug warmed. Like it's a cold day and the
Yeah.
eyes gotta run for a little bit. I gotta practice looking far, looking close.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
whack, dog.